Hey guys, my name is Ricky and my goal is to build a community of like-minded individuals that want to learn how to make money off sports betting each and every week. Now, if you're 18 years old and you've clicked on this video, major props and respect to you because there's a lot of short form clickbaity content out there, especially when it comes to the realm of sports betting and free tips that sort of sell you the dream. So if you clicked on this video and you want to gain an insight into my advice in terms of sports betting as an 18-year-old signing up, then I really appreciate. And if you could subscribe to us, and if I gain your trust at the end of the video, you can click the link on our website and join for our 2-week free trial. Now, I want to talk about when I was 18 and specifically the first couple of things I did, being at that legal age, technically as an adult at 18 years old in Australia. So one of the first things I did at 18, and I'm sure you guys watching this video have probably done the same thing turning 18, is wanting to sign up to betting accounts. And it was probably one of the first things I did when I turned 18 was open up my first sports bet account, deposited, I think, $50 at the time, and I placed my very first bet, which was, I believe at the time, it was the Memphis Grizzlies and the Charlotte Hornets in just a regular season game, just the most random regular season game. I placed the same game multi because I was so fascinated how these same game multis work, where you could just combine different legs, put them together, and the price of that, multi goes up, and you've got more of a chance to win with higher odds that you're playing with. So when I was 16, 17, and I was watching sport on the TV, that fascinated me a lot. And obviously that marketing strategy worked very well from Sportsbet's perspective because it was the first thing I did when I was 18 years old. Opened up my first bookie account. So I chucked $5 on that $5 same game multi, like nothing special, but I hit that bet, and the adrenaline rush I got, the dopamine I got from hitting that one bet, my very first bet, was probably like one of the best feelings, to be honest. And from there, I was just immediately hooked on to sports betting, and I was never really a gambling addict per se. And I think gambling in Australia, it's just a massive problem in general. You've got so many people, putting half their paycheck, even their whole paycheck, their whole fortnightly paycheck, into a betting account or on the pokies. And it's actually quite concerning. And if you're in that boat watching this video and you want some help, I personally believe the gambling helplines aren't actually, helpful, because they're connected to the government in some sort of way, and at the end of the day, the government feeds off the revenue coming from betting, gambling, and sports betting. That's a whole completely different topic within itself, but I want to just talk about the time when I was 18, and I was immediately hooked on, and I've got a few friends that, we love watching the NBA, we love watching the AFL, NRL together, and as mates, you love arguing about this player is better than that player, or I reckon this team will get up over that team. When your mate sends you a bet and you're like, I reckon this will hit, and it's like that $10, $12 multi, and you're like, oh fuck it, let's write it together, and you just chuck $5 on it, and you're writing it together as your mates, and that stuff is fun, and there's nothing wrong with it, and I still personally do it to this day with small stakes just for that little thrill. But when you're 18 years old, you don't really know what you're doing with your life. You just, you started a trade like an apprenticeship, or you're doing a course at uni because you don't really, you're doing it for the sake of making your parents proud, or, you're doing uni just for the sake of doing uni, but you don't actually want to commit to that career or that course long term, and you're just getting by, you're sort of stuck in that direction. It is kind of a lonely place in that sense, and I can relate to that 100%. And you see all these things coming up online, YouTube automation, TikTok ads ads manager, TikTok automation, online business, drop shipping, e-commerce, and all they're trying to do is sell you this dream that, you can become rich quick and you can make 10K a month within like 3-4 weeks. But in an ideal world, that's not actually sustainable. At the end of the day, it's just discipline, consistency, and hard work. And this is where what I do or what we're trying to build comes in. And I'm going to talk a little bit about, match betting and this side hustle. For me, it's a full-time job now. It's a Tuesday morning at 10 a.m. and I'm just chilling at home, sitting on the couch, recording this video. So to me, like, I'm able to do this. I don't have to work that 9-to-5 job and work towards that paycheck. I've just finished uni and I start full-time law next year. So I've got this time in my life where I'm able to just focus on match betting full-time, but I'm able to just travel whenever I want. I've just come back from Japan. Sam, my other co-founder, he's in Europe for 6 weeks. So these are the sort of opportunities that you can get from match betting. And if you're 18 years old, you are literally in the prime position to get onto match betting straight away and have that head start over everyone else at 18 years old that wants to open up betting accounts. Because if you put yourself in that position to start match betting, you understand how the concepts work and you understand that it's all about consistency, it's all about long term, and you understand that mathematically expected value, how it works, and how mathematically over time you will always profit and it's impossible to get to zero. Once you grasp your head around that and you stay consistent and you trust the process and you just commit and be disciplined each and every week like you would going to the gym, training 4 or 5 times a week, eating at that caloric deficit to lose that fat, or eating at that caloric surplus, eating that specific amount of protein to build muscle. If you just stick to that process, I'm telling you, in like 6, 7, 8 months, you're absolutely flying, and you can put yourself in a position where you can upskill, you can learn, you can get better at match betting, you can understand how to minimize your overall losses to maximize your profits long term. And if you stick to that process from 18 years old to say even 19, 20, if you're using this as a side hustle, you're working this part-time, you'll even want to go full-time and take that next level, you're putting yourself in a position where you're able to travel the world wherever you want with your own money. You're even able to, use that money just sitting in your bookie account, leave it there in your bookie Betfair accounts, let it grow at that, 20% return on investment that we're currently tracking at the moment. And by the time you're 19, 20, 21, you can use those profits that you're making from your betting accounts to just put down a deposit for a house or buy that car that you really want. And by the time you're 21, 20, even 19, if you just stick to it for a year and you just go hard at it, like, you're way ahead of the game compared to other blokes your age at 18 who sign up to bookie accounts. They gamble with their mates, and obviously there's nothing wrong with it. I'm not, dissing anything. But if you want to be successful, if you want to build your financial freedom and you want to be in a position where you're able to do the things you want, then I guarantee you, if you just stick to the process, you stay disciplined, and you understand that this match betting isn't a get-rich-quick scheme. It's all about consistency. It's all about discipline. It's all about trusting the process. It's about removing emotion from out of the entire process, out of your mindset. I guarantee you, you will be ahead of the game. And by the time blokes who are 20, and blokes who are my age, I'm 22, and blokes, at 21, 22, who've been gambling for 3-4 years, they look back and be like, even if they're placing $5, $10 bets, every once in a while, a couple times a week, it actually adds up in the long term. It may not, it may not seem like a lot at the time you place the bet, but when you look, in a year's time and you're like, oh fuck, I could have actually done something with that money I used to punt or put on the pokies or whatever. And then you've got a guy who's been match betting for a year and a half, and he's in a position where he can buy himself a car. He can buy, put down a deposit for a house, travel the world, do all those cool things. And we have plenty of videos in terms of how match betting works. what we do, how mathematically we're able to profit over time. We've got podcasts. One of our members who was able to, who claimed to be, who said he was almost a borderline gambling addict, and how he was able to change his life to use match betting to be able to invest in the things he wants, save up for a trip, and be able to have that financial freedom. And it's awesome to have even 3-4 guys that we have in our community who are 18 years old, still at school, but instead of signing up to bookie accounts and just gambling like everyone else, they figured out how to use match betting to their advantage, how to build their profits, and now they want to be able to, grow their knowledge, be able to build upon the knowledge and make more money and more money and more money. And I really appreciate those 18-year-olds in our community that just keep asking questions, keep wanting to learn more. And by the time you're 21, you're already building the habits of being disciplined, being consistent week in and week out, doing the sort of dirty work, but it's that delayed gratification that you get in the long term that you're able to sort of benefit off. And I really appreciate, if you're 18 years old and you've gotten this far to the video, that you've gotten something out of, what I've said. And, I wish that when I was 18, I started match betting straight away instead of, punting for a few years and losing a bit of money and not really knowing what I want. And everything online is, pushed to the core that, you can make money instantly. And with match betting, you're not going to make money instantly. You're not going to make money in your first month, your second month, maybe even your third month. You could, but it's all about being able to learn. It's all about opening your mind up and understanding that you need to change your approach. If you're 18, you just open bookie accounts, you've been punting for a few months now. It's all about changing your approach and actually understanding that you can leverage your advantage. You can leverage your betting edge amongst the bookies by using their promotional bets to their advantage. And if you can grasp your head around that, if you can grasp your head around expected value and understanding that, over time you can profit, and you're able to do this as a side hustle while you're working a part-time job, or you're studying at uni, or you've got a trade, and you're only putting 3-4 hours a week. You don't have to put a full-time, 30 hours, 40 hours a week. You're putting in that couple of hours a week to learn how to turn over bonus bets, mugging up your accounts, protecting your accounts. I guarantee you will make, a good solid amount of coin each and every week. And you can use that money in your betting accounts without just withdrawing it. You can just let it sit there and let it grow. And, over time, it's just going to keep growing and growing and growing at a really, really good rate of return on investment, sorry. So I hope you've gotten something out of this video. I'm really passionate about match betting and what we do. And I really want to build a community and especially help out the younger blokes, like the 18-year-olds who aren't really sure of where they want to go in life. They're interested in making money online, but they don't know where to start. I really want to be able to help those people and be able to get them involved and make them, help them to be a part of a strong community of just like-minded people that just want to make money and, turn their passion for sports into making money off the bookies. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you've gotten something out of this sort of long and unedited video. And I might have got a bit off course, and I'm still a bit relatively inexperienced with making videos like these. But at the end of the day, I just want to help as many young people as possible realize that you can make money off the bookies. So hope you enjoyed the video. And again, if I've earned your trust in this video, you can go ahead and check out our website at playmakers.elite.com.au. You can click the join now button. You can send us a message and we can help you get on a 2-week free trial, and you're more than, hop on it, see if it's for you. If it's not, you can cancel at any time, but I'm sure you're going to want to stay on. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. Have a good one. Thanks, guys.